Today's passage from Genesis tells the story of Joseph, the son of Jacob, being sold into slavery by his brothers. The psalm reminds us of how the story of Joseph concludes. And in today's gospel, Jesus tells the story of a landowner who rents his vineyard to tenants. When the landowner sends his servants to collect the fruits of the vineyard, the tenants mistreat and kill them. Eventually, the landowner sends his son, but the tenants kill him as well, hoping to seize the inheritance. Now, I have to tell you that previously, when I've read this story, I've considered the gospel as setting the stage for Jesus' own death. But today, I found myself reading it as a profound teaching that challenges me to reflect on the way I live out my faith. I feel that this parable can be seen as a call to examine my relationship with God and my understanding of my role in His kingdom. The vineyard, in a spiritual sense, represents the world, and I, as a member of the church, am one of the tenants. I feel entrusted with the responsibility of stewarding God's creation and His gifts. But the challenge is that too often I become self-centered in my actions and lose sight of the one who's calling me to serve. The parable serves as a reminder that our actions are not about us, but something greater. The tenants, in their selfishness and arrogance, think that the vineyard belongs to them, and they act as if they are the masters. They forget that they are merely stewards, caretakers of something that is not theirs. Similarly, in our daily lives, it's easy to forget that everything we have, our gifts, talents, opportunities, even our very lives, are not ours to own, but entrusted to us by God. Our actions should not be centered on ourselves, but on fulfilling God's will. And so today I pray, dear Lord, in these challenging times, I am reminded of your care for Joseph. Free us from arrogance and self-centeredness. Keep my focus on something greater, on the true cornerstone. Grant that we may keep in mind that we are merely stewards of what we have. Help us to trust in your care for your people. Amen.